In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to shorten the law of attraction delay period. The delay period is inevitable. There's no way to speed up the delay period with some instant tactic or some technique to just speed up the process magically, but there are ways to speed up the process. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you in today's video. So, why is the delay principle so important? Why is this important and why does this matter to you? So, this matters because if you don't know about this delay principle, if you don't know that this is a part of the manifestation process, then you're going to think up all sorts of narratives of the law of attraction not working for you, or the universe having something against you, or God having some death wish towards you, or the world being against you, and these meanings can trickle into your future, and you're going to see more proof of these meanings coming to life. So it's very important to actually know about this delayed principle and how to take this knowing and apply two different principles that I'll be sharing in this video later on that you can use to speed up this delayed process and shorten the time gap that it takes from you right now, the current you, to the ideal self, the you that has whatever it is that you want. Whether you want to manifest more money into your life, you want to manifest better relationships, your dream physique, you want to manifest, I don't know, just you want to manifest a positive tribe, or you want to travel the world, or like things of that nature. But this video is more catered towards people who are trying to manifest more longer term goals, like building a successful business, or attaining your dream physique. These goals, they take a bit more time. There are more things that need to align, things in this physical reality that need to come together for you to experience what you want to experience. And so this delay principle, it's important to understand how it works and why it's just there. It's a part of the process. Remember, we live in this physical reality. So it's very easy to adopt a state of being, as in you are wealthy, and if you feel wealthy, then you technically became wealthy on an energetic standpoint, a vibrational standpoint. But physically, it's going to take some time for things to match up, for things to align together at the right time to match your energetic alignment. And that's where this delay principle comes in. So what is this delayed principle? How does this work? And so when it comes to the delayed principle, you'll find that you'll experience this through test. Like the universe is going to test you. They're going to send you unexpected delays or unexpected challenges, things that make you uncomfortable, and they rattle your sense of belief. So it's very important to understand that if you're experiencing tests or challenges, or and they're very unexpected too, if you're experiencing that, it's a very good sign that what you want is coming. But where most people go wrong is they experience this test and they feel these emotions, these negative, sometimes suppressed emotions, and they put a negative meaning on these emotions. So basically, let's say if I feel like crap, right? I experience a test that's very unique to me, by the way. Tests are very unique to everyone. They're not the same. But if I experience one for myself and I feel negative, so the emotion that arises from this test is negative. Who knows? Maybe it's probably doubt or fear. And I place a negative meaning on this fear. So if I feel fearful, my initial thought to that is, oh my God, I feel fearful. I'm going to manifest more fear. Holy shit. I need to stop feeling fearful. And so I try to affirm my way back to positivity. So it kind of goes like this. If I feel negative, or again, if I feel like crap, I'm going to affirm to myself after the initial thought, oh, no, I am positive, right? And you may do it 2 or 3 times. But, where this goes wrong is if you never allow yourself to experience these emotions and you affirm right after you feel them, or you pick up on them, then you're only going to be suppressing those emotions even further than they already have been. And when you find yourself feeling high vibe, those same emotions, those same suppressed emotions are going to arise back into your future. So they're going to trickle back into the most, in the most inconvenient ways. It's not going to, you're going to feel uncomfortable, essentially. It's like if you never allow yourself to just feel it in the moment and to accept both the test and the emotions that come with the test. If you never allow yourself to accept those two things, then those emotions will come back over and over and over, and your perspective will be, oh my God, it's negative. I can't think negative. I can't feel negative. If I'm negative, I'm going to manifest more negativity. And you do. But it's not because of the negative thought or negative emotion. It's because you put a negative meaning on those emotions. You put a negative meaning on those thoughts. And that's why they keep re-manifesting into your life. So the solution to this is to just accept it. You don't need to be all positive to manifest. You don't. Just accept those negative emotions for what they are. And when you do this, those emotions will become lighter and lighter until they just dissipate. And what gives a thought power is the emotions. So if you accept the emotions of a negative thought, then the negative thought becomes powerless. So by releasing those negative emotions, those negative thoughts also become released as well. The second principle is delayed gratification, or being more process oriented rather than results oriented. So not all manifestation is instant, right? Things may happen fast, but they don't necessarily happen, instantly. I think that's just a fantasy that people in our society has created, and it's a good feeling fantasy, so we buy into it. But nothing happens instantly because we live in a physical reality. Again, things take a bit of time to align themselves. We live in a gradual based reality. Nothing happens instant in this reality. But internally, we can take on a person instantly. That is instant. But if you cannot maintain that identity, or that person, that ideal self, then reality won't be able to match you. So that's why this tip is very important. In order to understand what delayed gratification is, you must first understand what instant gratification is. So instant gratification is basically a short but powerful spike of dopamine. So you can get this dopamine from sex or drugs, smoking. You can get it from binge eating, or binging TV, or you can get it from pornography. You can get it from sweet foods. I mean, you name it, right? You can get it from all sorts of things. And in our society, we are conditioned to favor this sense of instant gratification rather than delayed gratification, which is basically an elongated sense of pleasure. Like, you're not focused on the instant spike that you would get if you were to take drugs, or if you were to masturbate to porn and get that orgasm, that instant spike, but you just can't sustain it. And so this conditioning, this way of thinking of wanting to get that instant spike is carried on to the law of attraction community, where people just want things to manifest now. They want to get that spike, that dopamine release from when they do manifest those instant text messages or the unexpected money. And if they don't see that, then they have a problem. If they don't see results in 24 hours or 48 hours, the law of attraction is a sham in their eyes. And when it comes to big goals, like longer term goals that require more time for the universe to align things in the way that's needed for you to experience what you want, then if you're results oriented, if you're so focused on the results and wanting to get the results now, you just want that quick fix, then you're in need. You're in the vibration of lack and you need it to happen now. And if you think about it, I mean, are you going to manifest your ideal life if you're always in need for something to happen now? No. You have to be focused on the process. Because think about it. If you have a big goal, this is the you right now. This is the current you. And this is your ideal you. Right? It's not necessarily, there's no close, or your current self is nowhere near this ideal self. Let's be honest here. So you wanting to get to this ideal self right now is just not going to happen. Especially, physically, you just don't feel that way. You're too identified with where you are right now. So the least you can do is start taking steps to get to that ideal self. So focus on the process between the current you and the ideal you. Focus on the steps you need to take to get there. So focus one step at a time, right? Take a step and the future steps will reveal themselves. And when you're focused on this process, instead of trying to, take one massive leap from the current you now to the ideal you in the future, then the steps that, the time that it's going to require for you to get from here, point A to point B, is going to shorten drastically. But that's only because your point of focus is towards the process. You're enjoying the process. It's delayed gratification. You're getting pleasure from the process rather than wanting to get that quick release, that quick spike of just it happening now. And you're just like, okay, off to the next. Let's manifest the next goal and let's get that next dopamine spike. And when you're not fixated on that dopamine spike, you let it go and you focus on the gradual spike. You focus on the process. That is when things are going to happen a lot faster than you ever thought they would. And that's because now you're in abundance. Now you're indifferent. Now you don't need it to happen now. And when the full weight of that hit me when I first learned about this, I feel like it's also made my life a lot more peaceful, in the sense that while I take steps towards my goals, I'm not so fixated on getting the end goal right away, because I know that if I do that, it's not going to help me. It's not going to serve me, because again, I'm technically in the vibration of need. And when I'm in a vibration of need, I'm not going to attract my goals. I also made a free ebook that goes deeper into this principle. If you want to read this ebook for completely free, click the link in the description below and you'll be taken to a page where you can just put in your email and you'll get a free PDF copy of this report in email format. So yeah, check the link for more on that. And to recap, tip number 1 is to accept how things are right now, to accept the tests that come your way, and to understand that they are tests. Don't fight what you already know is a test. It's just a test. If you fight it, you're technically failing, right? To pass these tests, you need to accept them. Let them be. Don't try to fix them by doing more, because if you do more to compensate for your lack of alignment, then you're not solving the problem. I think what's most effective is to accept them for what they are and to let them be. Even shift your perspective around them. Like, like the universe is preparing you, not punishing you. I mean, most lottery winners lose all their money in 7 years or less, right? And I've seen people who've manifested their dream partners, but in a few weeks or a few months, they've spiraled back into the same old toxic patterns that they used to be in that caused the split in the first place. So, just manifesting what you want isn't everything. Even if you manifest that quick spike of money, I mean, it's not going to matter if you aren't the right person to manage that money, to grow that money. And if you lose all that money, I mean, what was the point of having that quick, sudden miracle? And tip number 2 is being focused on the process, being more process oriented than results oriented. So when you're focused on the process, you've let go of the grip that you've held towards the end goal. And when you let go, actually, the steps that it requires for you to get to this end goal, it's going to reveal themselves one step at a way. And all you need to do is put one foot in front of the other. When you do this, more steps will reveal themselves. And you're going to take those steps. And eventually, you're going to get to that goal. Time is going to compound, and the effects of delayed gratification are going to occur. It's going to be like this. So again, to the example, the current you and the ideal you start taking steps towards this. And it's slow. It's painstakingly slow. And that is the delay period. It's so slow. Like, I'm not going to hold you. But eventually, so let's say you're in the middle right now. And it took you a long time to get here, halfway from the current you and the ideal you. And then out of nowhere, time just compounds. All that time you put in towards your goals just compounds. And you take this massive leap to your ideal life, the ideal you. That's how delayed gratification works. But it takes time. You have to focus on the process. And eventually, that result will manifest. But again, you have to be process oriented. I hope you found this video helpful. If this helped you in any way, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm honestly surprised how I forgot to say that in my previous videos, but I digress, And comment if you've experienced this delay happen in your life. If you're trying to manifest something big and, things are just taking, they're happening pretty slow. You're not seeing immediate results. And, if you have any of those kinds of experiences, maybe comment and, try out these principles. Don't just treat this video as some form of entertainment, for you to just burn time with. Actually take these principles and apply them into your life. You have nothing to lose. They're mainly just internal shifts. They're perspective shifts that you can use to manifest your ideal life. They're not necessarily physical task that you need to do. It's not going to waste your time, and you have nothing to lose. So try this out, come back to this video when you do experience results. This isn't necessarily an instant overnight success type video. But tip number 2 is that very long-term piece of advice. So if you experience results with this, comment. That's gonna help inspire other people. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.